every single year we always get a couple of new cars that always end up becoming monster peg warmers. And it really does boggle my mind as to why that happens. I mean, a new car should really never be hanging on the pegs for too long because they're new. Wouldn't people want to buy them? The thing is, though, Mattel always takes a lot of new cars that are pretty basic characters and just releases the heck out of them. Like, they'll put two, sometimes even three of the same car in multiple different cases throughout the year, and it obviously ends up flooding the pegs. And you'll walk into a store and just see five, six, sometimes 10 of the same car that does have the new badge on it, but yet you'll still see them all hanging on the pegs and not selling, obviously. And unfortunately, that's kind of what happened with good old Mae Pillar-DuRev here. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. So welcome on back to the Cars Garage, everyone. I don't have May yet. I know she came out pretty early on in 2023, but I was not able to find her. Now I'm finding her like crazy. It's just funny how that happens. She first came out in 2023 singles case E and was released pretty much like every single case after that. Many, many, many cases contained one or sometimes even two Mae Pillar-DuRevs. And I think the reason for that is because she's so small. She's such a light car, obviously less money to make. So probably why Mattel likes to release her so much so often. And guess what? She's coming back for 2024 as well with her friend, sister, partner, whatever she is to her, Kay Pillar-DuRev. They're going to be in a two-pack together because, I mean, they're both the Circus Velocitas owners, so I guess it makes sense. But shouldn't they have done that maybe in 2022 or 2023? Now they're doing it in 2024. It just seems like too much May, too much K. Like both of them have equally peg-warmed quite a lot throughout the last couple of years, so it's unfortunate, but it's the truth, and she's coming back next year, and yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. Anyway, she is a cool car, though. I really do like the cool, like, red zebra kind of pattern that she has. It's pretty different. Not a new model, technically. New casting, though. She does share the same model with some other cars, a lot of cars from Cars 2, the Alfa Romeo Duettos. She's a 1966 model of the Alfa Romeo Duetto, so that's pretty cool. I think that's the same year all these other ones from Cars 2 were from, but I'm not really 100% sure. They all look pretty much the exact same. A little smaller, though. We'll obviously compare them when I open May. But yeah, she's smaller. I don't know if that's, a good thing or not because her artwork doesn't look that small, but it's just because they always make the artworks as big as possible, it seems like. Just seems kind of weird to me that she's so small. I think they did it on purpose, but whatever. First car to be released from this model from Thailand? Or no? Actually, no, because Giuseppe Motorosi, Francesco's crew chief, was released before from Thailand, so never mind. Anyways, in the back, as seen in Cars on the Road, quite a few other good cars back here. Not Kirsten Marshall, obviously, but we have May herself, Doug Crankle, who I just reviewed. We got Cryptid Buster Mater. It's cool to see some of these newer cars on the road diecast on the backs of these packagings. I really haven't reviewed a lot of the newer ones yet. Then we got Lightning McQueen Deputy Hazard and Cave Lightning McQueen. I still need to review Deputy Hazard McQueen and Cryptid Buster Mater, of course, but all those other ones, well, I have reviewed, or I'm reviewing right now, obviously. But yeah, I can't get over the fact that she's so light. It's just kind of odd to me. But nice artwork. I like it a lot. She's very happy. One thing I do want to point out though, between Kay and May's packagings is that couple inconsistencies. First of all, obviously she was released in case E, so that means the packaging is already going to be a little different. They moved the metal logo right there on K. They moved it down here for May on the bottom left-hand corner. That's not the only car they did it for. They've done it for many cars. All the cars after Case D, or Case D and after that. Pretty much all the cars after Gearston. And then another weird thing. This thing's actually something that's unique to May. I don't really get it. They kind of changed their last name. Instead of saying Durev like it does here, I guess it's kind of like Durev. So is that how you'd say it? Durev? Because they capitalized, or actually, because it's all capital letters, they just like lowercase the U, which would usually mean like they'd capitalize the R like they do for McQueen. They always capitalize the Q. But yeah, I don't know why they did that. Still a hyphen in between Pillar and Durev. But it makes me think that maybe you're supposed to say it Durev. I don't know. And the 2024 two-pack release of them, which is I think out maybe right now in the States, I think. Well, they, did it this way, so they did it for K like that too. So clearly this is the right way. They screwed up here. But yeah, just kind of weird. I just hate the fact that the packaging style is a little bit different. It's not a huge change, but I don't know why it really bothers me. The metal logo being moved. The 3 Plus logo is moved too, but anyways, that's besides the point. Let's just open May, see what she has to offer. She's a very light car, but she's a pretty cool car, so let's open her up. I don't know what it is about me these days, guys, but I can never seem to open up new cars anymore. Like every time I try to, it always turns into the biggest painful process imaginable. But I finally ended up getting Mae Pillar-DuRev all opened, and here she is, of course, looking very, very nice. So I'm glad I was able to do that. But it's just those small blisters. They're not very easy to open anymore. They just don't want to cooperate with you. But whatever. Here she is, looking very, very nice. She is pretty small, of course, but you know what? She's actually accurate. I went back and rewatched the episode, and I realized that this is the size she's supposed to be. Because when you see her next to Kay in the episode, which is pretty much the entire time, well, you can tell that she's definitely quite a bit shorter than her, so it makes sense. I'm glad Mattel didn't screw up because they have screwed up on the car's scalings before, like with Fred. First time they made him, way too big. Second time they made him, way too small. And then in 2022, they finally fixed it. But with May, looks like they got it right on the first try, so that's a good thing. Anyways, we have quite the circus fleet now, and I'm liking it a lot. I really like these circus cars, but the unfortunate thing is, I don't think anybody else does because like all of them seem to be pretty big peg warmers. Kay peg warmed a lot, still is to this day. Uh, Claire, her two-pack and single release, both peg warming, very much so. Actually, I haven't seen her single release yet, but I know it is in the States. And then Greebles, of course, quite the peg warmer. The 4-pack is quite the peg warmer. Of course, Holland Haynes, he's in that 2-pack with Claire, so he's quite the peg warmer. And Ivy is quite the Amazon cart warmer because I don't know why. I think Amazon just made way too many of her, but that's okay. And she also is coming back for 2024, by the way. Anyways, though, here is where Mae Pillar-DuRev appears at in the episode. She's quite the main character, of course, has quite a few nice speaking lines, and we get to see her bickering with her partner Kay. And I don't know, I kind of get the feeling that they're sisters because of the way that she's arguing with Kay. I know that there is a line in the episode where Kay actually calls May her babe. So that's a little concerning. That makes me think they're probably not sisters. Maybe they're a couple. But the thing is, I don't know, they have such similar sounding names, like they rhyme, Kay and May, just like Mia and Tia. They're obviously not twins because they don't really look like each other. But I'm almost wondering if Kay's the big sister, May's the little sister, because I don't know, I get that impression from them. I really don't think that they are a couple, but I don't know. A lot of people seem to think otherwise. And I can see why they would think that, but I almost wonder if she doesn't even say babe, she's just saying May, because it kind of sounds like that. Maybe they just got the captions wrong, I'm not sure. Anyways, though, let's zoom her in and take a closer look at her. But she's a very, very cool car. I love her expression. Very nice, huge, wide open mouth, which is something we don't always get these days. It's not that deep, unfortunately, but it's still nice. I don't think you can get a deeper mouth than Keith Cohn. He's got probably the deepest, I can't talk, deepest mouth you could possibly get. But yeah, I love her eyes. Nice and purple. Black eyelids, which is cool. Just like Kay. They match pretty well, of course. They're not like twins, like I said. They don't match perfectly, but they do have some similar features to them. Of course, the zebra print design all throughout their bodies, except for the hood and the roof for May. For some reason, she does not have the zebra pattern on her roof. That was taking up too much room back there. I had to move her over. There we go. Ivy, get back there. Actually, just get off camera, Ivy. We want to focus on May today. Anyways, big black rectangles up top on her canopy. I think that's what this is. I'm pretty sure she could be a convertible. I don't think any car in the Cars world could be. But, if she didn't have brains in there, then she probably could be. I don't think that would make much sense if that opened up, though. Because who knows what that would reveal inside. But I do think that Alfa Romeo Duettos are convertibles, because that looks like a canopy to me. And some of the other Alfa Romeo Duettos have had that same kind of canopy, but you could really tell it was one because they were all black. With May's, it's not black. But, I don't know, it's all white, so clearly the design stops when it gets to it, so I think that's what that's supposed to be. Not really 100% sure though. Nice big circular headlights, very nice little turn signal lights on the bottom. I like how it's like a gradient on the hood. I don't really care for how the red zebra print design just kind of stops when it gets to the canopy. I prefer when it just like kind of fades away into a gradient. I like that better. Kind of like how it is on Kay's. It never extends onto the hood, but it does go on the roof for Kay because she's not a convertible. And it's weird because her color is kind of like a gradient, only on the bottom, the purple. But then May, it's just like takes up most of her surface area, which I like better, to be honest. But just different, you know? I'm glad that they have some differentiations between each other. They are sisters, but of course they're not twins, so they don't have to look the exact same. Very cool red zebra pattern design. I don't know what zebras would look like in the world of cars. Probably not horses, but who knows? Maybe they'd be tractors. I'm not sure. But little gas cap back there, it's indented. Yeah, it's not really the paint. They didn't really put it on the right spot, but oh well. Little red taillights in the back. Well, license plate. That's cool. Almost didn't even realize it blends in so well. T02-30W. I don't know who names or May's based off of, like her name. I don't think anybody, or probably whoever K is. I don't think she's really based off anyone's name either. So I don't know what this stands for. TW. Usually it's like the letters of someone's name, and then that would be like the month and the day. But that would be February 30th, and I'm pretty sure that day doesn't exist because even on a leap year, February only goes to the 29th. So that doesn't really make sense. That's usually what like the license plates represent. It's usually some voice actor or someone that worked on the film, or in this case, show, and that would be like their initials and then their birthday. But I don't know. Clearly, that's not what that means for May. Got like a little yellow thing up there, probably like an expiration date. And there is some writing up there, but I cannot make it out. Same with Kay. She's got some writing up there too, which is cool, but it just sucks because Thailand is not good with little decals like that, and they just couldn't get it to be clear. But whatever. I mean, oh well. Maybe one day they will fix their decals, but I kind of doubt it. Plastic windows, of course, little side view mirrors. Actually got like an outline of black around her eyes, or only on the bottom. It's got like a gray outline. I didn't even realize that. No plastic eye plate though. Kay's got one. I hate Kay's expression though. We've talked about that before when I reviewed her. It just looks exactly like Sterling's. It's the exact same. Surprised they even painted the eyelids, to be honest. Anyways, on the bottom of May, SO2A is the date stamp very early on in 2023, the second day. Wow. And then all that classic legal jargon. Tiny little exhaust in the back. Didn't even see it. That's funny. Well, May is a cool car. I like her a lot. I have no idea what these black rectangles represent, but they're there for whatever reason. Anyways, let's compare all the Alfa Romeos now because there's quite a few of them we have, and I think this will be a lot of fun. There's one that I don't have, that's Sean Crash, but I have all the other ones, I think at least. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think I am missing any other than Sean Crash, who's pretty much the exact same as these guys. This is Giuseppe Motorosi, who is Francesco's crew chief in Cars 2. This is Corinne Cavi, who is just a little Porta Corsa fan. He was in a two-pack with his wife or girlfriend named Kimberly Rims. I always remember getting that two-pack at Toys R Us. And then this is Celine DeFair, who I almost didn't even realize. I actually started filming this review a little bit, and then I'm like, wait a second, I didn't bring out Celine, and she is an Alfa Romeo Duetto. But I didn't realize. I think she's a 1967. I believe these two are the same as May. But I don't know. Like, they never really say it, of course. They're just background characters. I think that's what it says online. But, I don't know. Kind of interesting. These two are the same. They're both males. And then we'll compare Selena in a second because she's pretty different. I don't know. There's quite a few differences, of course. You can tell. No grill on May, of course. The headlights are different. No like little orange turn signal lights on the bottom. More circular and bigger the headlights are for sure. Just bigger. Everything is really all around. It's a bigger car. Different rims, of course. I'm not a huge fan of May's rims. I mean, the silver trim is nice, but it just looks plasticky. Kind of like Holly Schiffwell's rims. I feel like, I don't know, I'd be worried about that in time. Maybe the silver would like rub off because I've seen that happen with Holly Schiffwell for some reason from Thailand. Yeah, you can't really tell if she's like a convertible as much on May, but you can obviously on Corinne and what's this guy's name? Giuseppe. Different pack. Wow, it's really different. Doesn't have the bumper. Different taillights, much smaller. Whole different style of license plate. I don't think these cars are supposed to be different, but they are in Mattel's books. It's just kind of weird that they would change it so much. This one's just a repaint, pretty much, of Giuseppe. Yeah, interesting. This guy hasn't gotten a release in a long time. I don't think he's ever been re-released, actually. That'd be cool if they started doing some more background characters like race fans and stuff. I'd like that. And then here is Celine, who is just one of the weirdest looking cars ever. She's got her eyes in her headlights. So weird. This is the car that made her talk stew in Italy. So clearly this is an Italian type of car. We already knew that, but she's a sportif. I don't know what that means. Probably just a different trim level. And yeah, she's a year newer than May, so a year younger, I guess, too. Which, I don't know, she doesn't seem like it. She seems like a really old lady. And May, I don't know, doesn't act that old. Like to be a 1966, that means she's, how old would that be? 57? 58? I don't know. I don't know quick maths. I've never been good with that. But yeah, Celine is really different. It doesn't have the mirrors or anything. Different rims, just way bigger. Too big, probably. But I'm not really sure if she's inaccurately big or if she's just supposed to be like that. I'm not sure. Maybe it's like a male to female thing. I don't know about Celine. She's just a lost cause. Maybe because she's a 1967. But with these two, I feel like maybe it's a male to female thing. The females are just a little bit smaller because he's got the grill too. May does not, because grills usually kind of represent like a mustache, so that would make sense. May probably wouldn't want a mustache, but who knows? Anyways, yeah, I don't really think there's anything else to show. I really like May. Of course, she's a peg warmer, so that brings down her a little bit on like if I was to do like a big tier list kind of rating of all the cars from Cars on the Road that they've done so far. But she's so cool. I like her a lot, actually. I really can't complain. Been seeing her a lot. I picked up another one because they have Cars of the Dollarama again. Also picked up a boatload of Kelly Beambrights, who's the Beetle Circus clown, who I'll be reviewing very soon. I don't know why my local Dollaramas have been getting in cars like crazy from case G and apparently J too. So I'm going to have to go check later on today and see if they got case J in yet. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And let me know what you think of May down in the comments below. I know a lot of people don't like her for various reasons, but I have nothing to complain about her. I actually like her much better than Kay because, of course, she is a repaint, but at least her casting is different, and she actually looks different. Doesn't have the exact same expression like Kay has with Sterling. But whatever, let me know down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time right here on the Cars Garage.